So welcome back to the show, and now I have the privilege to have Andy Dooley with me. Hi Andy, how are you?
That's me, Andy Dooley. How are you? I'm great, man. It's Mr. B. I'm here with you.
Yeah,
Ha ha!
I can see this. I can see that you are really, really happy over there. So, Andy, you are a vibration activation coach and also a spiritual comedian, which we can see here. If people are watching this on the
That's the
video,
B. That's the A. Vibration activation.
oh, cool.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. So you are really a vibration activation coach. So what does this mean?
It means I activates people's vibration to get them to their destination. You see, it means we all have, everything's vibrating energy. And because of that, what you're getting and attracting into your life is based on the vibration that you're sending out. So I teach people, show people, guide people, beat the hell out of people. No. I get them to activate a new vibration within them, which becomes a new point of attraction so that they can then start being, doing, and having the life of their dreams.
Okay, so that's really what you're doing. That's the first thing. Second thing, I can see you are a spiritual comedian, which the two things don't seem to match together. So, what does this
What
mean?
do you mean they don't match together, man? They're like a perfect blending of the alpha and the omega.
Oh,
So, yeah, everyone takes this stuff so seriously. They're trying so hard to manifest their dreams. It's like, oh, please, will you lighten up and let's have some fun? So, when I do my workshops and my coaching, I come at it from a fun, playful approach. I do exercises that get people laughing and having fun and flowing the energy. And so that's where the comedy comes in.
that's where I come from. But also, I can see that this is very natural for you, this comedy.
Well, thank you. It took me years to really fine tune and find the comedy, and I just had to really look in the mirror, and then I finally found it.
You finally found it.
Mr. B.
So great to have you here. But also, you're also doing a lot of piece of arts, yeah, really a lot, and I love it. So, and I remember some of them are saying visualize and think less. Some of them are saying imagine or you are beautiful or believe in you. Yeah. So, how does this inspiration come from, and what you want to do with this art, really?
Well, it comes from the depths of my soul. When in past life I was on this planet that no longer exists, and I just brought it to me on this plane to create this art that would inspire others with colors and thoughts. And I right now I just sell it where I go. I sell it online, and I have the feeling the vibration has been activated, where I'm going to take it to the world. But I'm not attached to it having to go to the world and be the next Picasso. It's just an expression of my true self. And if you're listening or watching this interview, then you must right now go to my website and buy some. Otherwise, your brain will explode. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know this. You're kidding, but
No, I'm really actually being serious. You see, if you're watching this interview, Mr. B has implanted this small little device in the back of your brain. And if you don't buy, we'll know, and then you'll self-destruct. Mr. B!
yes, Andy. So, can you tell us a bit more about you and how did you manage to go? Who were you before you started to do all this work, all this vibration activation and so on? Because I read something that you are sharing your successes and your failures in your workshops.
Yeah, who was I before? Well, I was an acorn on the ground.
Really?
And a squirrel found me one day and planted me in the ground. And then I sprouted and became Andy Dooley. Okay, so before, I think like a lot of us when we're kids, we're automatically playful and spontaneous and fun. And then as we grow up and we learn that we have to be serious and we have to think for ourselves and make a living in the world and become somebody, what are you going to do when you grow up? I started to get serious, and I developed a serious problem. And there's a great video on YouTube I did. It was a Toastmaster speech about having a serious problem. And I got really serious about life and manifesting and making my dreams come true and being successful. Started a business with my mother and brother called Tut, Totally Unique T-shirts, which then became Totally Unique Thoughts. And now today most people know it as the Notes from the Universe. Yeah, so my brother Mike, he's really awesome. Mike Dooley, he was in the DVD The Secret, and he writes the Notes from the Universe, and he's written some New York Times bestseller books. He rocks, man. Totally love my brother and my mother and my sister and my dad. So anyway, I got serious, man, and especially once we started the Tut T-shirt business, because I was the artist. I had to do all the artwork, and I just got so serious about all of it. And then one night I went to an improv comedy show, and it changed my life forever. Because they announced that they teach classes. And I thought, this is a scam. You know, you can't teach people how to be funny and spontaneous. And after the show, I went up to the box office and I signed up for classes. And my life has never been the same since.
I must say that I have some issues to see you serious, really. But that's maybe who you were before.
You have some... Say that again?
I have some issues to see you being very serious. Okay, except now.
You have issues seeing me serious.
Yes.
What? You don't think I can be serious? Huh?
So you started to take then these comedian classes, yeah. And how did it change? Because you said just before that you did not believe that somebody could teach you to be funny, to be happy and everything. And suddenly you took these classes and you said it changed you forever. How?
Yeah. How? Well, what it did, improv comedy is, you know, it's the form of comedy where it's not stand-up, it's improv, where you have a group of improvisers, comedians on stage, and they create stories and do scene work. They take suggestions from the audience. It's a very popular TV show in the UK. Well, you guys are Ireland, but in the UK, there's Whose Line Is It Anyway? And there's another name for it. Anyway, it really taught me how to be spontaneous and let go of all the thoughts in my head and just be in the moment, live in the moment, get back to my creative, playful, spontaneous self.
Okay. And but you were saying also before you were very serious and you tried to manifest your life. You tried to get really something in your life. And I guess that a lot of people are like this, and they try to visualize, and it's like, being on the toilet and really trying to get a picture out of our mind. But it is something that most people are trying to do, and they don't go anywhere, because you're right, it's all about vibration. So how was it for you at this time? Were you frustrated too, or? Yeah,
I was manifesting some things. You know, we had manifested the T-shirt business, and it was slow going in the beginning, but things started to pick up. Things started to come around, and I was just trying so hard to do it right and visualize. And if I didn't visualize, for 5 minutes, I'd be beat myself up, and then I'd be like, "What's wrong with me?" A whole week went by, and I haven't visualized, and am I doing this right? And well, maybe I need to find a new affirmation and come up with a better affirmation. Maybe I need to change the wording, and then that will fix it. Or maybe I need to feng shui my house. Or do I have to cleanse my chakras? That's what it is. My chakras are dirty. It's like trying so hard. And now the whole process, it's so much more easier and fun, and I don't beat myself up for, not visualizing today. Oh my God, The day went by. I didn't visualize. Mike, did you visualize today? Mr. B, did you visualize today? Oh, you're going to screw up. No wonder your life sucks. So now my process is much more playful and creative and easygoing. And I'm not so. Here's a big mistake that people make, and I talk about this in my book and my workshop, is that people think, when it comes to being a deliberate creator, that they're going to visualize to make it happen, or they're going to feng shui to make it happen, or they're going to do affirmations or meditate to make it happen. And that's the wrong approach. You're creating resistance just in that thought. When you do any process, whether you tell a new story, you visualize, you meditate, you want to do it just to feel good, just for the fun of it, not to make it happen. That little distinction right there makes a huge difference in what starts showing up in your life.
Yeah, I fully understand this, and I made exactly the same mistake. That at some stage I was really attached to the outcome, and I wanted to visualize only for something, mainly a relationship, and I was so attached to this, and I was like you, beating myself up if I didn't do it, or if I didn't do it right and didn't come, and then I get nervous and it doesn't work, and so on. But what you're saying is that if you do this for the fun, things are coming to you.
Yeah, you do it. And you get so good at starting to activate the vibration. And a big part of my vibration activation is teaching people how to tell a new story. Because we all know stories, we all love stories, and we all have a story. And so what you want to do is get so good at feeling it inside of you, feeling the desire, or feeling that you have the lover in your life, feeling that you've got the money, feeling that you've got the book or the successful career or the healthy body, feeling it inside so good that you don't even care if it shows up on the outside. That's big. You feel it so much on the inside, you can then say, I don't care if my book becomes a bestseller, or if I lose the weight, or if I attract my soulmate, because I'm already feeling it on the inside, and then it shows up because you have zero resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get this. So do you have some stories how things showed up for you?
Oh yeah, so many things are showing up for me. I can tell you, 4 years ago, I had experienced quite a bit of success with the t-shirt business, but then 4 years ago, I was in one of the worst places of my life. I had woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning or so, and I was in incredible pain. My lower back was just, it felt like a samurai sword was in my lower back. And I, at that time, was I was financially broke, physically broke, emotionally broke, and spiritually confused because I had been doing all this stuff. I've been, saying my affirmations and meditating and visualizing, but yet here I was at one of the worst places in my life. And what had really brought it on was a broken heart. I met this girl, fell wildly head over heels in love, and it didn't work out, and I was heartbroken. And what led up to that heartbreak, to my broken back, was the focus. I had been focused on everything that was wrong in my life because prior to that broken heart, I had tried to become the world champion of public speaking with Toastmasters for 4 years, and it didn't work. I never became the world champion. So I failed at that dream. I started another business after the Tut t-shirt business called Vikings Extreme, and that failed. I now had lost $100,000. I owed the IRS. I had credit card debt. And then this girl that I was so in love with broke my heart. So I was just like, my life sucks. I'm over this. This is the worst. And what I had done, here's one of the big things I teach my clients as well as in my workshops, is that a lot of people think they have a money problem, a health problem, a relationship problem. No, you don't. What you have is a focus problem. You keep focusing on what you don't want. You keep focusing on the problem instead of the solution. And because of the law of attraction keeps bringing you more crap because that's what you're focused on. And so when I was in the worst place of my life, the week leading up to that was me focusing on everything that had gone wrong for the past 10 years. And I just couldn't handle the pressure. And so my back gave out on me. And I had to turn it all around. And I turned it around by telling a new story, by focusing on what was right instead of what was wrong. And by accepting where I was. I had to accept and make peace with where I was. I had to do that every single day. So no matter what situation someone is listening in right now, no matter how bad it is, you've got to accept where you are. You got to say, I am where I am. It is what it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
That's so true, because sometimes, especially with romantic relationship, because that's the one that are more hurtful, even for me. It is, we tend to first beat us up a lot, but also everything is just crumbled around us. We just feel like we don't deserve anything. If this woman left us, then we are nothing. But you're saying about accepting where we are or who we are, or both.
Or both. You gotta, accept where you are in your life. This is where you are. And what's so good about that is knowing that all your power is right now. All of your power is now. The past has no power over you. The past, don't be a prisoner of your past, and don't get too caught up in the future. Have a vision for the future, but all your power is right now. And who you are is who you are. You've learned. Look at how far we've all come. If you're listening to this, think how far you have come in your life and what you've learned and what you've been through. You've made it. Look, you're here. You're listening. You're watching. It's like, congratulations. And now you've got these tools and processes and you're available to this information. So from here, from right now, feel the optimism and the enthusiastic that you have for what you can create and what you can do.
Yeah, that's so true, yeah. But some people, I can hear them already saying, but where I am is not where I want to be at all. I don't really accept this, because or I'm going to lie to myself and say, I am doing all of this in the right way, but nothing works. The two are kind of possible. I can see this with my clients. So what will you say? Because I understand what you're saying. Accepting where we are is so important. That's our map, and we need to know where we are and accept this. That's just a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mr. B, here's what we got. A lot of people say, okay, well, if I accept where I'm at and I start appreciating, where I live, appreciate my job, or appreciate that I don't have a job and that things are going to turn around for me, or I'm supposed to appreciate this relationship that I'm in that sucks. If I start appreciating it, then I'll stay stuck here. The universe won't bring me more good things. Wrong, wrong, wrong. When you start appreciating where you are and who you are today, you let go of resistance. It's resistance that's bringing you down. It's resistance that's keeping everything you want from coming to you. So by letting go of resistance, you're going to allow those good things that you've been asking for to come into your life, because you're changing your channel. Imagine, all your desires right now are on channel 7 and they're waiting for you. And right now you're spending most of your time on channel 3 or 4. When you let go of the resistance, then you raise your vibration. You activate a new vibration. So now you put yourself on channel 7. So all those things you want can start coming to you because you've asked, it's been given. Now you're the one that's in the way and not allowing it to come to you. So when you accept who you are and where you are, you let go of resistance, your vibration rises, and then the things you want can start coming to you.
Yeah, I got this. And in fact, it just reminded me that I was reading something this morning, and they said that our reality, who we are, is so beautiful. Really, it is. But we tend to cloud it or mask it with our desires. And that's not a bad thing, but it's a lack behind our desires that's starting to say, I am perfect, beautiful, but I don't have this, so I'm not perfect and beautiful.
Right. As soon as you go, but I don't have it, you split your energy. So that's why, to come back to what I was saying earlier, is where you got to stop noticing that you don't have it, or that you're not it, or that they're not here. You got to stop noticing that. So that's why when you visualize and tell a new story, just do it for the fun of it, not because it's not here. Because when you split your focus and say, well, it's not here yet, so now I got to sit down and visualize, then you're noticing it's not there yet, and you keep that active.
So I'm thinking of the lack because we don't have it means that we bring more lack or more reason to feel lack.
Yeah. Yeah, so you really got to get good at denying what your current reality. Stop noticing, stop being so realistic. I have one of my clients who was telling me just last week, Andy, I got to keep it real. I can't deny, that I have credit card debt. And I'm not saying don't deny it. See that credit card debt, but see it better than it is, and know that you're moving in the right direction, and just focus on moving in the direction of being debt free, and keep doing everything you can with what you got.
Yeah. But yeah, go.
Actually, I'd like to do a little vibration activation process with you. There's a whole process I go through, and it's an exercise that gets you focused, because what people have is a focus problem. And when you really look at the law of attraction in your life, and you accept that, yeah, I've been focusing on what I don't want. I keep noticing and focusing on the debt, or the lack of my lover, or the lack of my health. That's why you keep creating it. So when you realize, wow, I have a focus problem, and you can fix a focus problem. And with my vibration activation process, I show people how to stay focused on what they want long enough to make a change. Because most people can focus positively for 6 to 8 seconds, and then they're like, hey, look, a squirrel. They can't stay long, and then they focus on what's wrong again, and then they keep staying. That's why things are very slow to change, and then they go off on a tangent and they make up excuses. Oh, it's a sacred contract I signed. It's a past life. It's my astrological sign. It's an entity. There's an evil entity that attached itself to me that's ruining my life. No, it's not. It's your focus. You've got a focus problem. So Mr. B, we're going to do a little vibration activation.
Okay.
So I'll start you off with an exercise called That's Right. So I start my sentence with That's Right, and then you come back at me with That's Right. And we ping pong back and forth with That's Right sentences. So right now, we'll just be very general in our sentences. You keep them short and easy. So you say, that's right, I'm enjoying this interview. And then you say, that's right, we're having fun. That's right, we're talking about law of attraction. That's right, this is easy. That's right, people are listening. And it gets the vibration going back and forth.
Okay.
So right now, we'll just play That's Right. Just general easy stuff. We'll do it a few times to get the energy going. So, that's right, I'm talking to Mr. B.
That's right, I'm talking to the lovely Andy.
That's right, this interview is going to inspire other people.
That's completely right, and I'm so happy that it does.
That's right, you're attracting more callers.
That's right, yeah, completely, and I'm so happy that more people will listen to me.
That's right, you're writing a book, and you're going to be a famous author.
That's completely right, yeah. The book is underway, and I'm so pleased, yeah.
That's right. This is easy to get the hang of this.
That's right, yeah. I just wonder how I can get your hairstyle sometimes.
That's right. I have got the most awesome hairstyle.
That's right. I think you copied it from your brother Mike.
That's right, man. Mike Dooley is the coolest dude I know. Okay, so you get the hang of how once you get the ball going, it gets you focused. And that was just a general easy going, just a general to get the feel for it.
But it's quite fun because it's also finding what is fun here. There's an amount of fun also, and energy. Yeah,
yeah, energy, the momentum gets picked up, more energy is created. And then now what we're going to do, we're going to focus specifically on something that you would like to manifest. So what is something, I mentioned the book. What else is something, that you'd like to manifest into your life?
A relationship.
A relationship. All right. And, okay, so actually what we'll do, I'll walk you through the whole process of we start off with, wouldn't it be nice? And we go, wouldn't it be nice if you met a nice girl? Wouldn't it be nice if she was fun? Wouldn't it be nice if she was spiritual? And then what if? And then that's right. And then in the meantime. Because what I discovered was I used to just get my clients up to the that's right vibration going really fast back and forth. So they're like, that's right, I'm living the life of my dreams. That's right, it's all coming true. That's right, I'm a published author and I'm a bestseller. That's right, I'm making millions of dollars. That's right, I'm transforming the planet. Then we would end the conversation and they go back to their ordinary world, their life, and the contrast is so huge because they haven't even finished writing their book, and they're looking at, credit card debt, and they work at a job they don't like. It would be a big letdown.
It's like if they're falling down completely, crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I found was we got to bring it back down to where you are now, because now is where all your power is. So we end the whole process with in the meantime. So in the meantime, my life is pretty good. In the meantime, I'm writing my book. In the meantime, I appreciate what I got. In the meantime, I'm alive. So when you bring it back down in the meantime, then you feel good about where you are right now, and things can come to you. So we'll start off with you, Mr. B, about wouldn't it be nice if you met a nice girl? And then you say, wouldn't it be nice?
Wouldn't it be nice if she had lovely eyes?
Wouldn't it be nice if you two had great chemistry?
It would be nice if we can have a chat and laugh all night long.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if she lived close by?
Oh yeah, and it would be nice if she could dance with me also.
Ah, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if you guys could go out on the town dancing and romancing?
Oh yeah, it would be nice after a nice dinner, a nice bottle of wine, and then go dancing all night.
Yeah, I think I know what you really want, though. Okay, so now we got the wouldn't it be nice going. So now you're feeling the vibe. So now we're going to do what if, and we can repeat what we just said because it keeps us focused and flowing the energy. That's what it's about. Focus and flow, and this is fun. So what if you met this nice girl?
Now what if she had beautiful eyes?
Yeah, and what if she liked to dance?
And what if we had so much love together?
What if she was into the spiritual law of attraction stuff?
And what if we could talk about this for hours and hours?
Yeah, and what if she inspired you to do great things?
Yeah, and what if she helps me to write my book?
Yeah, what if you guys traveled the world together?
Oh yeah, what if we come together into a workshop and she would be here on stage with me?
Yeah, what if you meet her very soon?
And what if not tomorrow?
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. B, so now we've got focused, we're flowing the energy. Now we're going to change gears, pick up the energy a little bit, and we're going to do that's right. So we can say some of the same things we've already said and just get the vibe going and have the fun. You can feel the energy, can't you?
Yeah, I can feel it, yeah. I can
okay,
feel it.
So that's right. You met this great girl.
That's right, I met her at dance.
That's right, you guys are having so much fun together.
That's right, we just had a beautiful day together.
That's right, you guys have great chemistry and passion.
That's right, and we are planning now to go to Paris.
That's right, you're going to go to Paris and take a walk on the Champs-Élysées.
That's right, and she will have a nice makeup and a nice massage done.
That's right, she's going to look hot and you guys are going to go spend the night dancing.
That's right, all night long with a lot of music and a lot of friends.
That's right, and then you're going to make sweet, passionate love.
That's right, and then quite difficult to follow up this one, but we have a lovely breakfast in the morning.
That's right, you're going to have an awesome breakfast, and that's right, you're in love.
That's right, and it's the best feeling in the world because it's the best girl in the world.
That's right. You manifested this awesome girl. Woohoo!
Yeah, ooh, that's right. And I'm so happy about this.
Okay, so right now you're really feeling the buzz, the vibe. We've built up the energy and you were still focused on this awesome girl in your life. So now, because when we finish this conversation, you're going to look around and the truth is she's not right now in this present moment she's not next to you. So we're going to do in the meantime. And you're going to feel really good about everything that's happening right now in the meantime without her. So you're not even noticing that she's not there. So in the meantime, you've got a great radio interview.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm so happy to be with you.
Yeah, in the meantime, things are going good for you.
In the meantime, I have time also to write my book, which is great.
Yeah, in the meantime, you got a roof over your head.
In the meantime, I'm the best dad in the world.
Yeah, in the meantime, you're healthy and fit.
That's so true. In the meantime, I'm healthy and fit, and I love my life.
Okay, so there you are. So now you're feeling great. We walked through the whole vibration activation process, and you got a really good buzz on. Right now, right now you're not missing anything. You don't even notice she's not here.
That's true. Completely, yeah.
Yeah. So there. And what we did, what was so important in that whole process, is we held the positive vibration for 2 or 3 minutes there easily.
Mm-hmm. And how do you do this when you're on your own? Let's say if you don't have somebody to bounce back this, that's right, and the meantime and so on.
Okay, good question. So what you do is, and I do this every day with my clients via email. I email them my vibration activation tune-up. I call it a vibe tune-up. And so they tune in, they get my email, and then they hit reply, and then they make a list of that's right sentences, or in the meantime, or wouldn't it be nice? And then they write a paragraph or two of their new story of how they're living the life and how they love where they're at, and things are just unfolding for them. And so every day, that's how you activate that vibration and create that feeling. Another way to do this exercise is just to literally walk around your house, or when you're driving in your car, just jump on the that's right train of thought. And just, that's right, my life is great. That's right, I'm having a good time. That's right, I'm driving down the road. That's right, I'm going to see a friend. That's right, things are really good. That's right. And then it immediately gets you activating the vibration of that your life is awesome right now and there's nothing missing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get this, yeah. That's pretty cool, yeah. I know, it was really a cool exercise because you're right. And in the meanwhile, just helped so much to ground again and to see what I have instead of what I don't have. And that was really, really powerful, yeah, really cool. Yeah.
I tell my clients, if you're enjoying the meantime, it'll be a short time. But if you're not enjoying the meantime, it's going to be a long time. And then you learn that, hey, the meantime is not so mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when you are lacking and so on, it's time of hell also. It can be.
Yeah, it's just a focus thing. So if you're listening to this, you can breathe a big breath, a sigh of relief, and go, wow, all I've had is a focus problem, and I can fix a focus problem. That's it. Everyone's got weak focus muscles. People have lousy and lazy focus. And when you develop these focus muscles by telling a new story using the vibration activation process, your whole life transforms effortlessly, and you're having fun doing it.
So when you're talking about this story, this means that this is really the that's right and everything what you just did here. That's what you're telling about the story. Yeah?
Well, a little more on the story is telling the new story of how your life is beginning to turn around, how things are beginning to click for you. And I teach to use the two words beginning and becoming. Because people will say, okay, I'm going to tell a new story of how great my life is. And they can't hold that vibration very long because they come back to their current reality, which doesn't reflect their new story of I'm happy and prosperous and I have a wonderful partner in my life and everything's great. Their brain says, bullshit, your life sucks. Look at you. And so you need to bridge that where you are now to where you want to be. And the bridge is the transition story. This is big. You got to tell the transition story of how you're beginning to get the hang of this. Things are beginning to turn around for you. You're becoming more optimistic. You're beginning to stick with it. And when you tell that story, the transition story, which is what everybody's missing, that's what everybody's missing, is the transition story. So when you tell the transition story, then before you know it, you're now living your new story. But don't focus too much on the new story. Just tell the transition story.
Okay, I get this. And so the transition story, I'm becoming, let's say, more wealthy. Let's just give an example. And then suddenly it becomes I am. Because our mind first sees this, and then there are some evidence that things are happening. And then, yes, we are.
Right. And when the brain hears the words I am beginning and I am becoming, it's believable. It sounds like, okay, I can believe that. You can activate that vibration within you. And what you're doing in the brain, they've done, lots of scientific studies of how our brain has neurons, and new neurons make connections. So there's neural paths in the brain. And so we have negative neural pathways in our brain of I suck and it's not going to work for me and there it goes again and I can't figure out what's wrong with me. A lot of people tell that story. And so that's a neural pathway that's been created. So you've got to create a new neural pathway, and the best way to do that is with a bridge, and you tell the transformation story of I'm beginning to get this. It's beginning to work for me. I'm becoming more optimistic. And a great story for people to tell, because a lot of people feel like, well, I don't even know what story to tell. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I want to be. So you tell the story of this amazing thing just fell into my lap. I can't believe I get paid for this. This is so awesome. I'm doing this amazing thing. This stuff really works. I'm beginning to see that it works. I'm beginning to tell the new story. I'm becoming more optimistic. My life is starting to turn around. I'm really getting this. And you just create that new neural pathway in your brain, and then it becomes an automatic vibration for you, and then it's your new point of attraction.
Okay, I got this here. So it's really how you feel and how you want to feel that creates your point of attraction. And that's it.
Yeah, feeling good is everything. It's all about feeling good.
But how do you feel good when you're, let's say, when you're really in very, very deep sadness, or let's say if you don't have any money, like you were in debt and so on, and you woke up this morning because we didn't finish the story, and your back was really sore and everything, and how do you manage to go from this place to where you are now?
Well, don't make the mistake of trying to go from sadness or grief or despair or fear to joy and happiness. It's too big of a jump. And so, first of all, you got to change your focus. And you've got to look around for just one simple thing that you can feel good about. A friend of mine, Kat Doors, she's the creator of Nowism, she tells an amazing story of how she was living in her van, and her van died. And she lit a candle and sat in her van and on the side of the road, and she said, all right, what can I feel good about? And she said, well, I got two hands. That simple of a thing to focus on. And she said, well, I'm somewhere. She didn't know where she was. She looked outside the van and she said, well, I'm somewhere. I'm breathing. I can think positive thoughts. So literally, if someone is right now listening to this and you're in a really shitty place, you just got to find a few things that you can feel good about. And then those things activate a vibration of feeling good. You focus on what's good, and then you'll attract another thing, because the law of attraction will bring you another thing to match it, and then another thing to match it.
Yeah, and also I think that because we are focused on as you said before, on the wrong thing, so we don't see the good things anymore in our life. And sometimes there are 1,000 of good things and 2 things that we don't like, and we really literally only look at the 2. And that's what you're saying here, opens us to look at the rest and then appreciate what we have.
Yeah, one way, a secret to changing your focus, because what you focus on, you feel, and how you feel is how you attract. So a way to change your focus instantly is to ask a new question, a different question. So ask the question, what is the gift in this situation? And at first, your brain's going to go, nothing. This sucks. I have credit card debt. Nobody loves me. I don't know what I'm going to do. But then you say, well, what could be the gift in the situation? What is good about this? And then your brain goes, well, I can learn from this. I can grow. Your brain will come up with an answer because you asked a new question and changed your focus. And then all of a sudden you find an answer that feels good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's quite a tough question to ask. What is the gift in this? It's quite difficult sometimes because there are, as you say, the first thing is nothing, and
right. Yeah, people don't want to ask that question. They don't remember to ask that question. But this is part of the training. You've got to learn how to think your thoughts and focus your thoughts. This is the work. This is what you have to do to transform your life. You have to think the thoughts. No one can do it for you. You have to ask better questions. No one can do it for you. I mean, of course, hearing a conversation like this or hiring, a coach, reading a book, all these things can help you. But when it comes down to it, you're the one that has to do it, and you want to do it. That was part of the reason you came here, to learn how to focus and think thoughts and to create. That's part of why you're here.
Yeah, completely. And and reminding ourselves to ask these questions, even because I have another good question every day. I'm asking myself when I wake up, who is going to be my teacher today? And funny as it is, every single day when my daughter is with me, she is my teacher. Because she's going to say something that will hurt me, and then I'm going to stand back and say, oh, what is she teaching me here? And it's a gift, even if she says angry things or something like this. And that's really the gift where we are. And you're right, it's only me who can do this, and only you and everybody listening to this.
Yeah, it's so powerful. It's so cool to be getting this. And so I tell people, start telling the transition story now of how you're beginning to get this. I'm beginning to get this. I'm beginning to understand the power of my thoughts. People don't understand how powerful their thoughts are. They really don't. And people think they know how to think positive, and the truth is they really don't. It's like we got to go back to like the basics of you got to think the positive thoughts, focus on the positive thoughts, then you've got to feel the thoughts. Most people try to think the thoughts, but they don't get to the feeling and nothing changes. You got to think, focus, feel, and then you start attracting. See, people go think and then they want to attract. Wait a minute, you didn't focus long enough and you didn't get to the feeling, so that's why you're not attracting anything.
Yeah, and usually there's desperation behind this. Because once they start to visualize, it's because they're in this desperate place. And then the only feeling they have is desperation. And by the law of attraction, they will attract more desperation. That's what's happening.
Yeah, it becomes that vicious cycle. They keep noticing what they don't like. They keep focusing on the problem instead of the solution. They keep that old story active. And it sucks. But I want to give your viewers the gift of you can turn this around. You are going to turn this around. That's right. You can do this. That's right. You're going to find your way. That's right. This stuff works. That's right. I believe in you. That's right. You tuned into this radio show. And so that shows you're on the right track. That's right. This stuff is working. Woohoo!
I think this is going to be great. But you said 4 years ago you had this big thing, but you were also the brother of Mike Dooley, who is having all these things and the secret and everything. So how come that you managed to go so low having a coach with you like Mike?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. No matter where you come from, what you do, your own thoughts can really mess you up. And even though I had my brother Mike and my mom, I still, here I was in this low place. And it was because, now during that time, I had some things that were going well for me, but the week leading up to my lowest point was I had focused on everything that had gone wrong. So I focused on the failed Tut business because the Tut t-shirt business came to an end, and I blamed myself for it. The Vikings Extreme business I started with the clothing line for extreme sports, I blame myself for that. I blame myself for not being the next world champion of public speaking. I blame myself for the lost love relationship. When I focused on all that crap, I dug myself a hole, and And yeah, I had created debt. That was an accumulation of me just not paying attention. But I turned it all around. That's the thing. Here I am today. I'm traveling around the world. I sold out in Australia. I sold out in Canada. I just got back from LA. I'm going to be in Africa and London next month. I mean, I've got full coaching business going. I'm just finishing my first book. I'm going to be creating a new audio program. I've paid back all the debt. I'm in the money, man. The money's coming in. I mean, I'm attracting amazing people into my life. It's just like, wow. So here's the thing. If you're listening to this, I want you to know it is never too late to box up your old story and put it in the crate. It is never too late to change your mental state. And it is never too late to become someone great.
And I think that's great. And I was just going to add one thing, Andy, and do it now. Because tomorrow, we can say I'm going to tomorrow, but tomorrow is now, when we are tomorrow. So do it now, because there's no better time than now.
Now is it. And I love, that's my best friend in the world, Kat Doors. She created Nowism. And she's all about, you got to live now. You got to do it now. You got to think and feel it now. Don't wait. Don't wait. You ought to maybe have her on one of your shows. Yeah. She's great.
Why not, yeah? If you can put me in contact with her, it would be lovely to do this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Andy, our time is up already. It's incredible. It was 1 hour. So, if people want to get in touch with you, because you just mentioned that you have your book, so that will be something probably 2012. That will be
yeah,
published.
Hopefully it'll be out later this year. It'll make a great Christmas present.
Would you include your art into this book?
Actually, my art is not in this book. I'm going to be putting together a free ebook that has my art and poems. But they can go to andydooley.com. andydooley.com. Sign up and you'll be notified. You'll get my free videos and my free artwork that I send out. And you'll be notified of when my book comes out. It's called I Manifest. A simple formula that will transform your money, health, and relationships.
That's wonderful. And so as soon as your book is out, I will inform also the listeners of this show that is out, so on the show and on my blogs. So everybody will know about this and buy this. Maybe give you a nice Christmas present.
Yeah, that'd be great, So, yeah, it's awesome. I love being here today with you, Mr. B. You rock. You got good vibes.
Thank you. And also you mentioned that you're going to be in a tour. So you're going to London? When?
Yeah. I'm going to Africa on a tut safari, and then after Africa, I'm going to be in London on September 17th. September 17th. It's a Saturday. It's downtown London in like the Apex Hotel. I haven't released the date yet, or posted on my website. And then I'm going to go to Amsterdam on September 22nd for just a one-night comedy bit. September 20th in Amsterdam. Is that September 20th in Amsterdam? So anyway, check my website. It'll be posted there, andydooley.com. Vibration, activation.
Okay. Thank you so much, Andy. So thank you. And
you're welcome.
And it was great. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Adios.
Adios. Bye-bye.
Okay.